What's up, everybody? We're back with another roundtable. Rick is currently putting the young child to bed, so I am here. Intro. As you can see, the guest list. There's more people. Mike Webb will be hopefully joining us later on, but right now in the booth, at least, I have Chains with me. Chains, what's up, buddy?
I have no children and nothing else going on in my life besides EVO, so I get to be here with you.
Appreciate it. And we'll have. Oh, he just jumped in the booth. We got Kangaskhan with us tonight too. What's up, buddy?
I'm guessing he has the same Discord problem that I
his
did.
Mike's not. He is
No,
here.
I'm here.
There he is.
I'm
Oh,
on.
dude.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on now because Rick had to put the little lad to bed. So.
For some reason, I thought you said like 20 minutes, and
Yeah, I fucking destroyed that. I had no chance.
damn.
It's delicious.
I mean, it basically was exactly 20 minutes because he said that at 8:44, and by 9:04
really?
we were live.
Oh well.
It's alright.
My bad.
He's here now. That's all that matters. We're here to talk about EVO. Rick will be here shortly. Like I said, he's got to put the little man to bed. So first, let's thank our sponsors: Junk Food Custom Arcades, snack boxes, hit boxes. Rick usually does this. I know they sell stuff, and I show you it. They're cool people. I've actually met Ajax before. He's a cool dude. Check their stuff out. Microgame Play and Trade, the shop where I work, and my owner Chris works with me. If you're interested in retro games, new games, I even sell arcade sticks and I can get parts. So if you're interested, let me know. And then brothers Kangas here himself, the Attack from All Sides, putting on the monthlies downtown and the bi-weeklies at 3 Lives Barcade downtown here in Syracuse, New York, I believe. So this weekend we actually have our monthly coming up on the 12th, Saturday. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. And then lastly, we got to talk about Kenyon and Syracuse Sucker Punch putting on some community events for us. Always a fun time. You can hear the Ninja Turtles theme song going. Sorry. Hope I don't get flagged. Alright, so here we go. The monthly. So, well, if Kangas wants to talk about the monthly, he can really quick. He's here.
Yeah. So our next monthly is this Saturday actually. It's over at Elite Gaming. Check it out. It started at GG/IOF. Running a number of games. We're still trying to figure out like the exact sort of format and like list it in like games listing that we want to work with. So we're experimenting with a few things. So check it out. What's probably always going to be there is like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken. Strive. I'm thinking about still, but so yeah, come check it out. It'll be really fun.
Always a blast. I have it up on screen now. So 1 p.m. Smash Alt, DNF, and Blaze Blue start. 2:30 Tekken 7 Strive and Melee start, and then 4 p.m. we're gonna be closing it out with Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, and we will be running MK1 once we get there. So keep an eye out for that.
It's coming. That trailer was amazing. Excited.
Yeah,
Would it replace any game or just get added onto the roster?
we'll see. Still playing around with stuff, so we'll kind of see where things are and how we feel, and
And I have to talk about it. My boy's coming back. Johnny's coming back. It'll get me to play Strive for a minimum of a week.
at minimum.
Minimum.
Then you'll remember you're playing Strive.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying. People are gonna come back for Johnny and then be like, "Oh yeah, Johnny, finally, cool," and then they're gonna play the game and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
So we'll have one tournament at least. We're gonna do the King of the Pimps online Johnny only bracket. Is the 29th, the week after Johnny's release. I can't wait to see who signs up. Who I get to hand like an award that says I'm King of the Pimps with Johnny's face on it. Sick.
Yeah, might not want to put that one on the wall.
Never know. Have to make one for the sheet one.
God damn it! Who jumped on here?
So, all right, we're in the game.
Yo, what up?
So, what's up?
How's it
It's
going,
here.
man?
Mike is here.
Is this where I'm supposed to be?
This is where you're supposed to be, my friend. How are you today?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Doing good, doing good. So,
Still getting my sleep schedule fixed from
fair.
West Coast time.
I am so tired.
Dude, I thought it was COVID at first, but I'm negative as of today.
I am also negative. I don't feel too bad. I'm not feeling like 100%, but I've tested 3 times since coming back. So
Yeah, I think I'm in the clear for now, actually. We'll
Good-
see. Knock
Good to
on wood.
hear. Heard it was making its rounds as soon as I got home.
Yeah, I'll test again before Saturday.
I don't even know how to access COVID test anymore. I don't feel bad, but I feel like I should test regardless.
Walgreens.
Like I'm
has it.
100%.
Probably just walk into Walgreens and be like, hey. They'll just go, okay.
yeah, you can still like pick them up.
Alright, so all 3 of these gentlemen went to EVO, one as a player, one as a spectator, and one as a TO. It's awesome that Syracuse
Who
had...
went for what?
I'm getting there. Hang on. I think it's awesome that we had a Syracuse representative in the TO section of fucking EVO. It's sick. So, as I'm now there. So, Chains was our spectator. Mike Webb was the player, and I believe Mike plays top 10% in Street Fighter 6 from what I heard. It's fucking awesome. And then Kangaskhan, one of our head TO, local TO, traveled all the way to EVO to TO EVO, which is fucking sick. So we're going to hear the perspective from 3 different ways this time, unlike last year where it was just 2 players. So let's start with Chains as a spectator. Chains, how was your experience? How'd you enjoy it? I know I talked to you a little earlier and you said you spent most of your time kind of doing other things, but what was your experience while being at EVO?
So Friday I had to wake up super early because I had to go root on Poseidon at 10 a.m. And Mortal Kombat was basically dead. Like I had to root on Mike at noon, which was 2 hours, and Mortal Kombat was done in like 45 minutes. Like I had time to spare. It was when I was going to try to find Mike that you really found out how big EVO was. Because
Yeah.
every single table was just absolutely packed to the gills. So it took me like fighting through a crowd to even get to Mike. And then after that, it took him like 20 minutes to get another match. So I walked away. And by the time I came back, he had walked away. So I only got to root on Mike for like 1 game. And I felt kind of bad. Well, I was with Poseidon for the whole time.
Oh, it was packed this year. I saw the pictures.
Artist Alley was even worse. Artist Alley was shoulder to shoulder whole time, unless I went right at the beginning of the morning. And then after like 45 minutes, it just filled right back up.
Sounds about right. My advice of going early helped.
For
At
45
least.
minutes.
Better than nothing.
True.
Always go to Artist Alley super early and get that shit over. Or when it's ending, because they'll cut you mad deals. What they have left.
With what they have left, which
Yeah.
isn't much.
It's not much, but it's like get something. How was your experience in the arena? This is my favorite like conversation about the whole thing.
It was actually not bad at all. I mean, we're all gamers, so nobody wants to sit next to anybody, and nobody's saving seats for anybody. So if you want a seat, it's so easy to find one.
Where'd you sit?
Which time? I sat somewhere different for Marvel, for Tekken, and for Street Fighter.
All
And
three?
then during Strive, I left an 8.
All 3 times.
So Marvel, I was just off to the side. I was in the general admission like floor area, but against the wall. So I was sitting against the chair on the side. Because I'm a short king, so I'm not about to sit at anybody on the same level as me, because then I wouldn't be able to see shit. So I sat on the side. Tekken 7, I switched to like a little corner right in the front. So I was right at the player's side. So I can see them clearly. I can see the buttons they're pushing until that guy covered his hands with the blanket and looked like he was jerking off. Then I could see that clearly. Guilty Gear Strive, I just left and went and had pizza and then came back for like losers finals and grand finals. And then Tekken 7, I was straight back, but in the arena seating. But only like maybe 5 or 6 levels back.
How close were you to cap jams?
So for Tekken 7, when I was right on the side of the players, I was right below the platform. But obviously they weren't playing. By the time they were playing, I was way back in the back of the arena, in the arena seating, in the middle.
That was cool. Brought them on.
I think that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song is probably considered a cover, so I think you'll be safe to play it.
I fucking
on
hope
the
so.
stream.
My God.
Yeah, I mean, don't take my word for it.
It's not
but
the
I would
first
think so.
time, but I got flagged for a cover of a Mortal Kombat song one. Somehow.
Yeah, that's Twitch. That was great to see live, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song is hype as hell.
Dude, those guys fucking killed it.
Alright, switch gears for a little bit. I saw Mike was a player. He played, like I said, I believe he got top 10% in like Street Fighter, from what I was told at least.
I have no clue, honestly.
What was it like? I've never been in a tournament pit that big, so
I mean, I haven't either, honestly. I've been going to tournaments since 2009, 10-ish, and that's by far the biggest one I've been to, which I think makes sense, 7,000 plus people. But it ran super smooth, and like everything was pretty intuitive. The stations were set up in a really intuitive way to find. It was super crowded, but like as far as playing, there was no problems that I encountered. I know people had some problems with the headsets, but that's just kind of PlayStation stuff. From my perspective, I mean, it ran super smooth. It's a super quick tournament. I think round 2 polls were a little slower because they were trying to slow things down so they could have stream matches, because they were 2 hours. So I had to wait between some of my matches like for quite a while. But yeah, it was good.
play
No complaints.
play straight just Manon, or
Yeah, I played Manon the whole time, regrettably. But
who'd you have to play?
I got a bye first round, and I played a pretty decent Cammy player. I think a Marissa player. And then the first like good person I had to play was a Sim player from Florida, and won that. And then I lost to Hollywood Sleep, the KI player, and some JP from France. I did not do as well as I wanted to, but I get to get back.
Alright. Did a good run at least. Not a bad run or poppers. I do that. What was in the arena? What was your like perspective? Where were you sitting?
So I sat in like the front right for Tekken at the very beginning when I got there. I didn't make it in time for Marvel, which was sweet. The scene was kind of cramped where I was at, so we relocated to the back, like the very back of the arena, and I honestly like that better. It was like there's more space, but you could see the crowd react to everything. It's definitely the biggest. Like I went to the stage in 2019, I think is the last time I went to EVO, and the difference between how crowded and packed that place was between then and now is crazy. And I almost didn't buy tickets to the arena, so I didn't expect it to sell out. I was just gonna buy them there, and glad I'm did. Glad I did. It was awesome. I mean, it was like, I think all the games were pretty interesting to watch. Like, it's been a while since I've watched Strive, but it was decent. And this Street Fighter top 6 was insane.
Happy for Angry Bird.
I don't think there was a bad set that entire top 6. I do wish it were top 8, and I think like they might go back and look at it. We'll see. But a lot of breaks in between.
Yeah, I saw someone like did the ad break breakdown. Kind of entertaining.
But I came home with like an intense hunger for Chipotle. I actually had some today.
I wonder why that was.
Were you part of the crowd that was fucking screaming every time Chipotle
Yeah,
popped
I was-
up on the goddamn
was
screen?
That
Oh.
was the entire crowd.
Dude, I was watching it in the shop and all I heard is yeah, and I'm like, oh god, Chipotle's playing again.
That was
So
the whole
funny.
crowd every time.
So funny. All right, you had a good time. So let's talk to our TO here. Our TO that went all the way to Vegas from Syracuse. Angus, what was it like?
I'm so tired. So like, one, it was sick. All right, like I had a great time. I met a lot of like other sort of like, people, a lot of like the behind the scenes people. You know what I mean? Like people like me and their roles in other regions, right? So. Hung out with like I hung out with like the TSB guys, the Casa guys, low kick guys. I hung out with a lot, and that was kind of like my pod for the most part. And it was cool. You know, it was really fun to like sort of see how like similar I think when it comes to a lot of these things. Like, cause you look at those things. Oh, and NYC Tekken, so Health doesn't kill me. That was assumed. Sorry. It's interesting, like how like-minded a lot of us are in a lot of these things, and I think that makes a lot of sense, right? Because the people who run these sorts of things, right? It kind of, for it to be successful, people kind of think a certain way. You know what I mean? And so, seeing that, like, I kind of, I'm not, I'm Syracuse. Tech from all sides, TL, right? I'm not like a big fish by any means or anything. But to like meet these like big, well-known guys and like to find out that like, oh, I think just like them. I think it was just cool for me. And super tiring, right? So setup day was Thursday. All the PCs, PCs. All the PlayStations, all like the headsets, all the consoles and stuff. A lot of that was done by us, like the actual sort of like area leads and whatnot. There was mix around, some people here and there were also part of it, but a lot of it was us. And we did that for like, oh god, for hours. It was just so long. And then Friday was show day, right? So that place was an absolute madhouse. Like, it was insane how quickly things like blew up in there just by the sheer amount of people that walked in. Which makes sense, right? Like, so I think there were maybe 11, 12,000 like registered attendees, right? So that's not including the people who just came to like hang out and like watch and like do casuals and whatnot. So that alone is crazy because most people started, well, like everyone, like no game started day 2. You know what I mean? So hold on. And that day went on super long. So like I was on my feet at all times. Like I barely sat. I barely stopped walking. I think. Whoops. I think that like in the whole time, I kind of try to do like an equivalent of like steps to like miles, like an estimate, and like that weekend I walked 30 miles. And it was just. So I'm tired. Hold on. What's my thing now? And yeah, so I ran Tekken. Tekken was the game that they picked me up for. So it was myself and Helst. And that was really fun, you know, like I got to see, I mean, I already like kind of like saw and met some people from like Combo Breaker and whatnot. So like I got a few pictures with some pros that I like, and so this time it was like a whole like kind of like, oh well, you know, I'm working, don't talk to people thing, you know what I mean? And it was pretty cool, you know, like because EVO is like the show, right? Like if you're anyone who's anybody in terms of like top level play tries to go to EVO. So there were like names and stuff that, you know, I got to see play and watch that you know, I like didn't get to see a Combo Breaker. And yeah, it was a very fun experience, you know. A lot of people were so the structure sort of is like there's staff like me, right? And then I don't necessarily run a bracket. That's generally left to like the volunteers, the swarms of volunteers that we had. We had like in the hundreds, like it was crazy, to make sure that we ran through everything. And so you know, I got to meet a lot of them. A lot of them very nice. You know, and sort of like what Mike's was saying, how you know, day 2 went a little slower. Part of the reason for that actually was that, yeah, so it wasn't just the whole versus stream matches thing. It was also that like the volunteers, a lot of volunteers were so like so eager and like so like excited, and like, you know, they a lot of them ran brackets too fast, which sounds weird, right? But you know, when you have that many people, you kind of want to try to keep to a schedule, so that things run on time, right? So like even being early kind of like sometimes messes stuff up. So you know, to work with volunteers that like were obviously like clearly like interested and like sort of like invested in it was really nice. Yeah, day 2 was, and I thought day 1 was crazy, right? Now, day 1 was crazy just on a, like, sheer numbers aspect of it, right? And then day 2 was really crazy because that's when things started getting, like, really serious. You know? Like, that was a lot of the top 20, top 96s, top 24s, and you could feel sort of, like, this energy in the whole building of just, like, from spectators who were really, you know, some of them were like, you know, done playing matches and stuff for like the tournament, right? So now they're hanging out watching the top games and stuff. And then also from the players, right? There was like a whole different energy from the players because it was like day 1's like, haha, we're playing fun, and then day 2 was like, all right, so now it's like super serious time, you know. I gotta focus really hard. Things started getting stressful, you know. There were some like heated moments that happened, and it was great. And then so for finals day, I only went to Tekken because I was so physically and mentally done at that point that like that's all I can manage, right? Like I didn't want to go to I don't care about Marvel, so I didn't go to Marvel. I went to Tekken, and then Strive I don't care about, and Street Fighter I had considered, but I didn't want to, and part of me is really happy I decided that because that place was wall to wall, like every seat in that house was taken. There was it was mobbed. There was no empty seats. So like when James was saying like, oh yeah, you know, you kind of had to sit and blah blah blah, and it was like, yeah, because like there's no seats. Like, you know what I mean? There was no saving seats. There was no any of that. It was just like, all right, you know, we gotta go. And so I watched top 6 Street Fighter from my room. And yeah, so Tekken, I sat up front. Well, not quite up front. I was in the second row, so I got to see everything from the front row. I almost passed out cheering for Genghis Khan, I think. So I cheered so hard and stood up, and I felt like I was gonna fall.
Oh man, all the blood probably rushed through your head.
I was so like hyped for it.
The hype was too much.
Yeah, it was too much. I mean, because one, you know, USA, let's go, and then two, he plays Cat, you know, and I'm a Cat fan. I play that character. You know, the same for Anakin too, right? I also play Jack. I'm also, you know, want America to win. Finals was a little disappointing, but just because, you know, Cooney mirror, and it's like, all right. But they announced
most of the finals mirror matches.
Almost all of them were. I think like except Street Fighter.
Wow.
I think all but Street Fighter.
Street Fighter and Strive, yeah.
Does Strive not have mirrors either?
Strive was Happy Chaos and Naga.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I feel like is like grand finals we see quite a bit.
By the way, you can hear him now. He got the little lad to bed.
Oh yeah. I had to get him to bed, and then I got a work call at a situation. So
Here now.
we're here. I just been listening.
I'll let you rip questions off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I came in way later, so I'm not sure what we
So,
all talked about.
Basically asked from each perspective. Chains was spectated, Mike's obviously the player, and Angus was the TO. I asked him, what was your perspective throughout basically the weekend? Like, how was it?
All right. First question: did you get to keep that sweet EVO jacket?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. I got the Evo jacket and I got Evo shoes.
What?
Yeah. If you saw the ads, I think I don't know if they were showing them before, but I know I saw them during Street Fighter at least. But yeah, they're like these blue, I think Kizix they're called. They're blue and black, and they're Evo branded, and I have those two.
Wait, did you have to pay for them, or did they give to you?
Nope. Those are mine. So I there was a stipulation that I had to wear them all weekend, but like they're pretty
badass.
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. So you know, I didn't mind. It kind of helped out. I did wear my insoles, like my Dr. Scholl's still, because I have like wide, flat feet, so like it just help. You know, I need a little extra help. So, yeah, no, I gotta keep shoes, gotta keep a jacket.
That's so cool.
I
I
got one of
saw
those
the
trolley
jacket
bags.
in your picture, and I'm like, man, that is badass. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot softer than you think, right? So when I first saw the pictures, I thought they would be like a little stiff. Like, you know, I was thinking more like, because they look like varsity jackets, right? So I thought they would look more, feel more like what I think those feel like. But they're actually kind of like a hoodie material, so it's really soft. It's really nice.
Nice. Mike, as a player, right? I take it you were playing Manon.
It was, yeah.
Can you? How many matches did you play?
6 or 7, I think. I
How'd
was
you
in
do?
winners and then I lost 2, so I was kind of
Did
a
you play-
quick ending.
Did you play any notable players?
I lost to Sleep, who
Oh, Hollywood Sleep.
yeah, maybe
He's
one
a KI
KI
player.
He played DJ. He's pretty good. I lost to him. I shouldn't have, but and then some JP player from France. I don't know. I don't remember his name, but he was also pretty decent. But no one. If I won that, I would have played. I'm still the daddy, but.
Oh,
I'm not
that
gonna
dude?
choose to. Yeah.
I like
Like I
that
was
dude.
popping off in my pool area. It was
Was
awesome.
he? Yeah, I watch his stream sometimes. I found it pretty entertaining. Wasn't
He was
he the
rowdy.
one that Punk was feuding with?
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Okay, all right. So, like, when you got there, though, like, obviously your pools were at a certain time. Like, was it pretty well, like, organized? I mean, there's 7,000 players.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Incredibly well organized. Like all the pools were like very thoughtfully put together. They were easy to find as far as the like giant pit of setups and stuff. So I found my section. I played my first pool pretty quickly. day 2 took a little bit longer, but also not bad. It's all
And you played
super smooth.
You played Minone the entire time?
I did, yeah.
My man, nice. That's awesome. And how did you place?
Whatever. It was either 500 or 300 something.
Sweet. Out of 7,000 players, that's pretty cool. Ugh. All right, Change. You were a spectator, right?
Yes.
How was the food? What was the food like?
Oh god, I barely ate at EVO. When I was in the hotel, I bought Subway. Other than that, I was out on the strip so often that I just ate a little bit of everything.
Did they sell alcoholic beverages in EVO?
Oh yeah, they did.
Because they
Vegas.
because they sold them at Combo Breaker and they were like $12 a pop. What
I
were
paid
we talking?
13 for a Bud Light.
What? Oh man! At least at Combo Breaker you got a full Red Bull and a shot of vodka or whatever the liquor was.
Yeah, sodas were $8 in the arena.
Jeez.
For a small, maybe like a medium size here in New York, and completely full of ice.
It was like that last year.
Yeah, when I landed, I went out of the bar, was hanging out for a second, just kind of checking stuff out. I've never been to Vegas before, and I sat down and I asked for, well, first I asked for a Labatt, and the guy looked at me like I was a fucking maniac. And then
What do you mean?
yeah, he basically like a what?
Labatt.
And I'm just like Coors, and he was like $10, and I was like, oh my god. Like, shit was so expensive out there.
Did you guys go to any buffets while you were out there?
God, no. I literally
I was
worked.
told to stay away from the buffets.
I did
usually
nothing but
do.
work.
I did not go to one this year. I did go to Momofuku, which was really good.
Man, I've been to Vegas twice. And I went to a buffet. This is like pre-COVID times. But I went to a buffet. It was like $35 for the day. You got a wristband. You freaking come and go anytime you want. And then for an extra like $10, it was all you could drink. It was freaking nuts. So that's for $45. That's what we did for the day.
That's not a
Yeah,
bit.
there was
Caesar's.
no deals like that this time.
I think Caesar's buffet is like 75, 85 bucks.
Yeah, but Caesar's Palace buffet. What was it? Caesar's Palace I went to. Theirs is pretty good. I hit it like as they were finishing up breakfast into lunch, so I got both breakfast and lunch. It was awesome. Okay, so Vegas, first time for most of you, for all of you.
Definitely for me. I'd never been before.
First time for me.
Not for me. This is my 4th EVO, I think.
Oh, sweet. Dang. You guys see anything weird on the strip?
I knew that question was coming. I got a question from the chat after this.
Yo, they got kitty Pokemon cards on the strip. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
I did not get any, but I have
One year I
heard about
went,
them.
we played like the memory game because we had a bunch of matching ones. And we'd match them together. This Evo, I barely left the venue. Part of that was because I was having some weird like inner ear stuff that was making me dizzy. That I had complication from allergies or some shit. So I didn't drink much either. But I also like the tournament experience was really good, and there's a lot of good players that it was completely possible to play sets with, which was nice. I feel like usually, and I guess I'll say this real quick, like I said, I've been to many other EVOs before, or 3 I guess at this point. And what Rick has done to like the tournament, like, is incredible, I think.
Yeah. This is
Like,
Rick's
it-
second, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, like, I was at UFGT 8 or 9, whatever, when Keith gave like the keys to him basically for what eventually became Combo Breaker, and he has succeeded so much. Like, he's such a good guy. I've hung out with him before. He's just done super well with the tournament series, and I don't think I've been to a bad tournament that he's ran. So
he
definitely
looks
props to that guy.
he definitely looks a lot different because I remember when I saw him on stream, I was like, "Is that Rick?"
Yeah, because he had to be a little corporate.
Uh huh.
Yeah, because with so many like, high profile sort of suits and stuff and executives. He had, he has to like, as the guy in charge, he has to like hang out with them a lot. So he had to be like a little bit more like upright. When I first saw Rick during the weekend, I didn't even realize it was him.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Until like someone was like, "Oh, hey, Rick," and I was like, "Oh,
that's it. That's the guy."
Yeah,
Guy.
I didn't recognize him without the hat.
Yeah, you got Combo Breaker Rick, and then you got Evo Rick, corporate. No,
So my EVO experience was basically the exact opposite of Mike. I liked Vegas so much that once I couldn't find Mike after his like first or second match the first day, I just went and spent the whole rest of the day in Vegas. And then Saturday I went and got a little bit of whatever else I need from the Artist Alley and then right back out to Vegas. I maybe spent 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours in EVO between Friday and Saturday.
That's awesome.
I
Vegas is
basically
so fun.
skipped Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, Evo just seems like a sweet time. And I gotta say, like, this year seemed like, I don't know, man, it just seemed like a lot of great reveals. It seemed like a lot of great tournaments were played, and it seemed like the crowd itself was just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, part of that is like there was a lot of people who this was their first EVO, right?
Yeah.
So with the release of Street Fighter 6, and sort of this new generation of fighting games that we're in, it's attracted a lot more new people, right? So you had a lot of new people that were still like very excited, you know what I mean? Like there for the spectacle, there for the enjoy of it, and a lot of people were sharing those new experiences with each other, and they were high energy. You know what I mean? It was a very awesome thing because, like, if I remember correctly, last year, it's hard to remember fully because I had COVID, but last year, like, you would catch like the stands were not like that full. You know what I mean? Like there was people, it's a good amount of people, but the like sort of upper parts were like a little sparse, right? Not this year. This year, this place was loaded. So it really makes you think like next year when we have Mortal Kombat, probably Tekken 8, and people are still playing Street Fighter. Like next year's gonna be huge and insane. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised honestly if they had to cap it.
Really?
I would not be surprised. Like the sheer amount of people that they had in there, I wouldn't be surprised if they kept tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
How many people were in attendance this year? Like I know there were 7,000 for Street Fighter. But
Sure. So I think attendees wise, there was like 11 something, and I think including like everyone else, there was somewhere between like it was over 20,000.
Holy shit.
Because Evo is you go to Combo Breaker, right? Like or Combo Breaker is kind of a bad example, I think. You go to some other majors, right? It's a tournament, right? It's like a tournament. That's the whole thing, right? But Evo's a convention. You know what I mean? Like Evo is more than just the tournament now. Evo is also there's shows, there's exhibitors, but a lot of majors have those too. But this is like also incredibly focused on it. So the tournament is sort of like kind of the big draw. But anyone who likes fighting games, even just like casually, like, oh, I don't want to play. I just like the characters. I just like the games. I like kind of playing against computers. I like kind of mashing it out with my buddies. But I don't want to like. I'm not here for like work. You know what I mean? They're getting more experiences out of EVO now. More that you would get at like other fighting game tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like a really, really cool thing, and glad you guys got to experience it.
He brought up exhibitors and like the indie tables. Shout outs to Phil, of course. He is from around here. He is working on Fighters Force 5. That game is sick. You should check it out.
Is he in the chat?
He is not right now, sadly.
All right.
But he has come to the shop a couple
him.
times, and I am more. If he ever hears this again, I'm more than happy to advertised the game. He's also working on that drag queen fighting game, I guess. So, more than happy to hang some posters up. Pretty cool. Oh, he was there. Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw him finals day and on Saturday when I checked out the indie.
Did have a question from the chat really quick, because it was cool to see. Did any of you guys see Blind Warriors Fen on stage win that match?
I did. I watched that happen. That was over by my pool.
So
And
crazy.
I fucking looked up and was like, I mean, at first, I didn't see anything, right? It's all names. I'm like, okay, these people playing. And then when they showed like on the stage, like over the screen, like who was playing, I was like, wait, that motherfucker blindfolded.
Yeah.
And he's kind of beating that dude up. I think, was it a Luke? I think the one I saw him fighting.
Yeah.
I will say that not that this Luke's ever gonna see this. No offense, that dude was ass. Like, no offense, but like I'm sitting there like, yo, this Honda is jumping at you constantly. DP, fucking please. And what was the other? And he never tried to parry, and it was driving me bonkers. But the fact that like that dude was still like winning, even though he's fucking blind, was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cool moment to see.
He's gotten a lot of exposure because of that too.
Yeah.
Like IGN covered him. Like, it was kind of wild.
Well, that's the thing. Like now, again, this is all kind of like a big reason for a lot of this is Street Fighter 6 release, right? And how popular it's been. But that's part of the reason why EVO is becoming the way it is now, right? Because now we're getting as a fighting game community like more attention, basically. So now you're starting to see stuff like that. I mean, you would see some stuff every once in a while, right? But like, there's more attention now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. Man, I'd be curious to hear other people's thoughts, but it felt like during the Street Fighter V era, there was just like not too much interest in 5, and then just a bunch of other games started popping up, and it felt a little fragmented.
Well, I won't lie, Street Fighter V is my lead. I
And
do not like it at all.
I don't know if this is like long term, will be long term, but it does feel good when there's like a game. Like I came from the era where it was you go to enter a tournament and it's like which of the two basically. You're either playing Street Fighter or you're playing Marvel. I know that sucks for other games, but it's nice when there's one that gets a lot of attention, and Street Fighter is big right now, which is nice. Just feels like there's like some gravitas behind it. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
A lot of love going.
I'm biased because I love Street Fighter, but I also love other games.
There you go, Joe. You got your answer. Now the question, Joe, is when is it your turn? When do I get to help you on that stage at EVO? I'll go to do that. Sick.
Who's that for?
Joey. Joey up in Canada.
Joey Wolf.
I don't know if you met Joey when he came down.
I don't know. I just wasn't sure who that question was directed to.
It's his time to get interviewed, and they both. Sven actually stayed at his house, and they went to get on my level up, which was cool.
Is that local, regional? What is that?
I don't
Did
know.
you get on my level of Smash Major?
Yeah, but they were running other games.
Right, but like that's the
Yeah,
one,
it's the big
right?
Smash one, because Riddles entered Street Fighter, and he was doing. He said it's typically. He said it's typically a Smash Major, but they had Street Fighter 6. Perfect.
Spiral arrow.
Fucking Brett and his fucking.
Oh my god, yeah. I've played Brett's Blanca so much.
Yeah, Evo was fun. The only time I got to myself the whole time was a 30-minute break I got one day. Not that I only had one break the whole time, but that was the only time I did anything with it, other than like sit. I like sped run Artist Alley. And it was cool. I wish I got to get a bit more time. I was a little disappointed that I wasn't able to make more of it because there was like some stuff I was like kind of thinking about, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to get back. And yeah, fuck you.
He finally picked up on it.
So I've never actually tried to do that before, and I was like, but every time it happens, I'm like, I wonder if I can. And this time I fucking remembered to. So
I gotta be prepared for that too.
And yeah. Oh, I did get to play Project L though.
Oh,
That was the question that just popped up in the chat. That was my next set of questions. You guys
So-
get to try any of the new stuff?
Yeah, I got to play Project L. I mess around with it. Oops. It's fun. I think it's fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I think Ari is just Magneto. So
Which one is that? Is that the squirrel
Ari's
girl?
the fox, the nine-tailed fox girl. So and I say that because like her movement kind of feels Magneto-y. I know nothing about Marvel, so but I know she has
that
kind
is
of
a
like
huge claim.
well because like just
Wanna try
when I've watched Marvel, like she has like movement options like Magneto does, so take that for what you will, I guess. I also did not think I would like Ari in that game, based off the stuff I saw. But after playing around with her, I was like, oh, I could see it. There's a lot of things that happen in those trailers, like with Ari and Echo, that look like they'd be like really like hard to do. And just kind of playing around with it and seeing how those mechanics and systems work, I was like, oh, it's actually a little easier than I thought it would. Like this looks mad complicated, and now I'm like, I couldn't do everything like they did in the trailers and whatnot, but I can kind of see like how I would do it. You know what I mean? With like a little bit of labbing, a little bit of time with the game and stuff, I could see like being able to pull some of this stuff off.
Fair enough.
Oops. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. Really looking forward to it.
Is it a four button fighter or
So
what's
it is
button?
so there's three buttons where it's like light, medium, heavy, right? And then there's two special buttons. There's a tag button, which I think maybe does a little bit too much. A lot of things happen with that button. And a parry button. I think parry's also a combination, I think. And then there's one more, a dash button. So whatever you would call that.
Dash macro.
Five button, I guess. I don't know. And there's no like motions, right? So it's all like directional.
Mhm.
So you know, I think it'll be really nice when it comes out and stuff. Because it feels like it's, you know, especially if you like League, which I very much do. And I don't want to hear anyone. I get it. But I also think like playing it's gonna be, you know, not crazy. You know, well, at least on like a basic level. Like I feel like you can not be like a crackhead but still like do like some okay cool stuff. I mean, you're still gonna lose the crackheads, right? That's the nature of it. You're not gonna like people who are not as good as the game are not gonna be people who are better at the game, obviously.
Oh, that was nice.
But yeah, really, it's very beautiful. The art styles on it and the shading, colors on it, really nice. So yeah, put him renecting.
The line was crazy long, so I didn't try it, but as a Street Fighter Cross Tekken aficionado, I'm pumped.
Oh, what was with the fucking Tekken Cross Street Fighter thing from Harada and Ono? Like, is that
I
is that
almost,
real?
I
Is that-
almost flipped my table over because I was like, no, it's not real. There's no way it's real.
Is it real?
No
Like, I
one
can't
knows.
tell if it's real.
No one knows. Everyone.
No one has any idea.
I think it's either becoming a really good like just meme now, or it's real, and they're just gonna. I think though, if it's real, I think they'll wait until Tekken 8 comes out for at least 6 months, and then they'll announce that it's a thing. That
God.
way, or
Maybe next EVO.
maybe a year. That way, the Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 have, you know, gotten the DLC and the money, and then they'll be like, oh, by the way, it's a thing. And then I'll flip a table over and body slam it and be so fucking happy. I
I
know
don't
we're
know.
never getting another Marvel, but if I can have that game, I'll take that as like a big victory.
Oh man, the Grand Blue announcement coming after Marvel.
Oh, dude, I was sitting in the store and I was like, roll back netcode, and they're like, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, and I turned that shit off so fast.
I think that was the
they
like.
announced.
I was just like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, that was the lowest energy in the arena that I felt that whole time.
I'm just like, I'm sad. Like, at least the Mortal Kombat announcement, it got played off of the Will It Kill thing, which I thought was hilarious.
I felt they kind of fumbled it a little bit, but
Like, I just
mean,
thought
you
it was
watched
funny.
it, like they definitely didn't like line up. I think the way they wanted it to, but
That trailer was sick, and Havoc's back, and I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
so I want to try out the angel girl there.
Yeah, she's
Oh, Ashra,
Ashra.
the
Yeah,
demon. She's
yeah,
getting rid of the demon in her.
yeah. I'm kind of a sucker for angels, I think.
Like-
So
Seeing all the 3D era characters come back in 2D format is just so fucking sick.
was Havoc also a 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Deception and Armageddon.
Unfortunate.
And then they did Reptile
Yeah.
so good, man. Reptile looks phenomenal.
He does. He looks nice.
Phenomenal.
I feel like pretty excited about it because like Mortal Kombat's a game that for a while I've like wanted to learn how to play, but I really don't want to play MK11. So having this new one seem like it's gonna be pretty cool is nice.
I'll take Ian's word for it. Ian said that the demo they had was amazing.
Oh yeah, because he tried it. Yeah, I saw like the tweet and stuff that he did. I'm happy. So keep an eye out for when Attack from All Sides is running Mortal Kombat. Because I've already talked to Ian and stuff about it, so I'm already sort of working together with him on things because as my ongoing efforts to unite Syracuse,
United Front.
unite the front, get the tribes together. I'm gonna have him like involved with the MK stuff. You know what I mean? Since he's an MK player, so he's pretty good. I heard his EVO performance wasn't great, but
Yeah, he wasn't
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It does happen. Sometimes you just get fucked in pools. You know what I mean? Like the fact he still got 9th at combo breaker. So
Yeah.
something happened. Sometimes that shit happens. It sucks.
It was a victory for everyone this year because Ninja Killer finally fucking won.
Got the
It
twins.
wasn't the
Dude,
twins.
he has such like a PSN name. What like Ninja Killer underscore
Yeah,
141 or
NRS player
something?
name. Yeah.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all of them, dude.
it's so funny.
Signing up for first MK1 tournament as Bone Master. 95.
Like it's just funny to look up on the main stage and then Ninja Killer underscore 141. Like you know what I mean?
Oh God.
I was also mad at Dragon Ball for not having
You're not having what?
anything after it.
Well, I
No.
mean, I think that's why
want
they.
the rollback patch, man. Come on.
I think that's why they like announced that beforehand, so that like people weren't like. Could you imagine if they announced like rollback coming still like after Evo? You know what I mean? People would be pissed. So
I'm just
I wanted
saying.
to play it with good neck.
AI is getting an update before.
Yeah, that was. I didn't expect that. Skullgirls is getting a circuit. KI is getting an update.
Good times.
Marvel,
Time to be a fighting game member.
Marvel got Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rocket.
I mean, I didn't expect anything after Marvel. You know what I mean?
I had hope.
Like
Just because
I did not.
I had hope, just because the other games that just like KI just turned 10, like I'm like, oh, they're actually doing stuff to older games again. Maybe
Well, KI didn't get an announcement, did it?
getting a
Yeah.
big update.
It's getting an update, so they're they're redoing the lobbies, they're optimizing it for Xbox Series S and whatever it is, 4K, and then they're doing a balance patch. First time in 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
So not a new game, but like the game's alive though.
Yep. Which to me is wild. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they could also be using it as like a yardstick. You know what I mean? Like, how does this look after this stuff? Are people trying to play KI? Maybe we should make one or something.
yeah.
Of course the dome's gonna open back up for Killer Instinct, Joe. Are you nuts? I fucking love that game.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Although, you know, I knew something was coming because they brought like the top 4 players of KI, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a special KI exhibition at EVO," and we're like, "That's weird." Out of nowhere. Okay, but I'm happy. Happy to see it. Love to see it. What else? What else, Vinny?
Covered everything that I want. Like, I want to know, like, did you get to try any of the demos? What was it? What was your experience, especially for like Chains and Angus, because this is their first time going, and it's 2 different perspectives.
Yeah.
I knew Mike went before, I just didn't know when.
Yeah, my first Evo being worked was interesting. So,
Yeah.
so like extra didn't really know what to expect. You know, I didn't have anything to gauge off of.
Let me ask you this from a TO standpoint. What's your big takeaway? What did you see at EVO that you want to bring back to RC?
I see that we have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
You know, like, I think over this past like year, we've made like a ton of progress, right? Made a ton of progress, made amazing strides. I feel like, you know, we're really on the right path. But seeing EVO and then also talking with a lot of these like more like established dudes, I'm like, yeah, we definitely have a lot of work to do, because I think, oh my god,
Oh my god, the last second. You deserve this. You deserve it.
And you know, but I know we can get there. You know, like I feel like we have a pretty strong region. I think that, you know, we all really want to work hard to make this happen. And you know, we'll get there. We already made so much progress. So like, seeing it, I didn't get that feeling of like, oh, you know, I'm so behind, or oh, look, all these guys are way better than me. I just felt like, well, first of all, they chose me to be here, so that's got to mean something, right? Like, I was chosen. Like, I didn't apply. I was told to apply, and that, you know, there were applicants, but I was told that, you know, I should really apply for this, and I did, and I was picked, and I feel like it's got to mean something, right? Like, they didn't just do it like just because. Like, it's fucking EVO, you know. They're not gonna like just pick me, you know, because it was like, oh, they fucking feel like it, you know. There was a reason that, from what we've been doing here as a region, that they saw fit to think that I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that means a lot. I think it to like kind of come out of, because, you know, before the pandemic, you know, we were cruising, you know what I mean? Like, we had some stuff going on in Tekken beforehand for a while, you know, a lot of Tekken people like sort of like knew us, especially just like across like New York. And to you know, then the pandemic hit, right? And everything kind of came to like a screeching fucking halt. I tried online stuff for a while that went okay, you know, but then I had to stop that because I'm not made of money. And reminder that I am not made of money.
Full disclosure, the man.
Full disclosure, just so everyone knows, not made of money. So, you know, when you see all this stuff, wasn't cheap. So, and you know, all the money I get from like the events and like the donations and the like merch stuff. Yeah, fucking bitch.
I'm gonna keep going back and forth.
Yeah, I was like, I thought about it. You know, all that stuff does go to attack from all sides, but even then, there is still a large amount of that stuff that I have to pay for. So, you know, and in that amount of time, you know, we're getting better. We have our monthly going now. I feel like it's pretty strong monthly, good location, pretty good thing to go to. Everybody,
don't you worry. We're gonna get you a plug at the end. Don't you worry.
And you know, it just really helped to like be around those guys, have them feel like they trusted me, and just like you know, made me want to keep going. You know, we're already going. and we're just gonna keep going. And you know, we'll see what we can do with like King of Upstate, and you know, things like that. And so it was very nice. It was very nice, like I guess refresher, you know.
Yeah, rejuvenate the senses. That's awesome.
Hold on, Tony's here and is taking my adapter. Hold on, I'm back.
Hi, Tony.
Tony. Yeah. What time we got, Vinny?
Glad.
Oh, 10:05.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone had fun. It's always nice to hear everyone had fun when they go to an event. It's always like, as a person that has run a majority online events, but my biggest fear is someone going, I didn't have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And not like the punk way where I'm going to blame the monitor every time I lose.
You just did that today.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking hilarious.
Did he?
Yeah, he did it today.
Oh,
I think it
boy.
has something to do with that Saudi Arabian Invitational thing, but something about like 60 hertz monitors, and they promised 140, something. But that is always like the biggest fear. Someone going, I don't like this, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go. So I'm glad we don't have any of that.
Yeah, this was my first time in Vegas and my second fighting game major ever. It would have been my first had I not gone to Combo Breaker earlier this year.
Plan to go again next year, friend. Cause
Oh, I'm going to Combo Breaker. Can't wait. New KI coming. Ooh, it's going to be
I go to
great.
EVO next year. I've already been asked. I don't know. I kind of honestly want to pre-plan. There's one place left on my bucket list to go, and I'm thinking next year I might actually
CEO?
finally go to Japan.
What do you think the third EVO event's going to be?
France.
Europe.
France or Germany. Someone said the UK, and I was like, I don't think it'd be in the UK. My money's on France or Germany. Either way, it's cool that there's gonna be 3 of them now. Also, I saw like people were signing up for Capcom Cup finally. These signed up.
Yep.
They had a full Capcom Cup booth at EVO. But I avoided that whole area. Project L, Tekken 8, and the Capcom Cup booth just had lines
I bet.
that were
The
unbelievable.
last year, the line just for Street Fighter 6 was like that. It wrapped around like the entire right side of that exhibition center.
Yeah.
It was
All right, so
insane.
you've got a good idea of Project L and Tekken 8.
Yeah,
and Capcom
I kind of
booth.
figured it was going to be the same way. Happy that like setups were hearing the setups for space properly is nice. Although I saw the melting of chords every now and then.
What do you expect? PS5s, they run hot.
15 hours.
Yeah, it was run well. It was just a lot of people.
Saw the picture and I was like, yep, that's a lot of people. Alright, so we'll wait for Kangas to get back and then we'll sign off. Rick, you got any more questions on your mind? I've answered everything that I was gonna ask, so
No, I think I'm good.
I will
Yep.
wait for him to make that exchange with Tony.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely go next year and actually go Friday and Saturday.
It's fun, like especially if there's I have a feeling next year the games are gonna be a lot different. Like you're gonna have Street Fighter, you're gonna have Mortal Kombat, you're gonna have Tekken, but like Garo is gonna be coming out, Under Night 2 will be out, and who else knows what the hell's coming out at this point? Like I expected some other Arc System Works game, but there was nothing.
I assume they're gonna have another like callback game.
I fucking want that One Piece game to happen.
Been waiting for Persona 5 Arena to get
Yeah,
announced
I
my
heard
entire
that
life.
was getting rumored around too.
It's all copium at this point for me.
I think Garo will be out in time. If not, it'll at least have like a really strong demo for people. I looked at the visual comparisons. Oh man, so much better than KOF. Nothing against KOF. In Project L, well, who knows? It could be playable at least by then.
You guys think Project L is only coming out on PC?
No. I say that because of the fact that they released other like League of Legends property games on like consoles. They can see the money in it.
Yeah, but it's a free game, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to buy the characters.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
That's
how
how
that was gonna
League.
work.
That's how League works. You download the game for free, and you get like 2 to 5 characters, and then you have to buy everything else.
So it's just like Killer Instinct, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, and Grand Blue will be out, but
I like how KI did their model there. You could buy the season or whatever for $20, or you buy individual characters, and then they rotated a free one every month or every week, I should say.
I think it'll at least be. Whether they put a character in that interests me or not, we'll see. I'm still waiting. Boxing character.
For Project L?
Yeah.
Which elite
Yeah,
character would be a
Gragas.
boxer?
I just want Gragas with a dive kick.
Like maybe Set? Is Set released yet?
I mean, you could do like a hybrid with V. Blitzcrank. Blitz, whatever the fuck his name is. I also would like to see Riven.
Like Riven's a given.
Riven's a given.
You want like up here zoner, I think Misfortune would be cool. And Brand, I think Brand would be pretty cool.
Amira is a good pick with her
Yeah.
combo potential.
Samir will be in. Thresh will be in.
I
Senna
don't.
will be
I
in.
don't want to see Team.
He seems like he would be like the Yoda of Soul Calibur 4.
He'd be the goddamn.
too
What the
small
hell is
to
that
hit.
Melty Blood character? The little cat, Echo Arc or whatever.
Oh, I do not know Melty.
Cat guy. I also think Rengar would be pretty cool.
I mean, I'm main Sona in League itself, but like I have no idea. There's no way she can be translated into a fighting game character.
Ah, I'm here.
He's back.
Come back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, got caught with Tony.
Fine. We're waiting for you to get
talking
back.
shit.
We're gonna. Any final thoughts before
sorry.
we sign off here?
Yeah, I just want to say, thanks to everyone, right? Because like, I wouldn't have been able to have this weekend if it wasn't for like everyone here. I'm really happy that everyone seems to think I'm doing a pretty good job, and that everyone, keeps coming to hang out, because at the end, like, EVO is cool, right? Combo Breaker's cool. All these majors, they're all cool and all, but what it still boils down to is like us as a community, right? Like all the majors and stuff, and they're all really fun to go to, and everyone has a really good time, but like, I still get to come back home, and I still get to prepare with the boys, and I just want to say thank you to everyone, and to keep an eye out. I'm trying to get some plans going. We got Retro Game Con coming up. The monthlies are still coming. I'm working on stuff. I know. Trying to figure stuff out to sort of figure out. This is only the second monthly coming up, so we're still trying to figure out where our sweet spot is and what we're trying to do. We do have the main floor on Saturday, so there's that. But yeah, and then in September we're starting like a I'm trying to do like a series thing. So a few of us remember us trying to do like a Tekken ladder. So I'm trying to do like this series thing that starts at like September and ends in like April sort of thing, where like all the results from the monthlies sort of make a top 8 sort of thing, you know. So keep an eye out for that. I'll share the details out when I actually iron those all out. Retro Game Con. I think that's it for now for all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's it.
Alright. Mike, Chains, anything else you guys want to say real quick?
I mean, I'll say as someone who's really new to the scene, I mean, I think it just validates you are doing a really good job, and it's been cool, kind of get to know everybody and come out to the events and look to see everybody Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You're honest. Alright.
We'll
So
see you
again-
next year at EVO.
Yes.
Yes, I am gonna try to go again. Hopefully they'll have me back.
I am going to try to volunteer this year. I tried to volunteer this year. I meant next year. I did try to volunteer this year, but I just didn't have the experience they were looking for, I don't think.
Always next
Yeah,
year.
yeah, they're just so fucking like when I actually got eyes on all the volunteers, like when they were going over stuff, I was like, damn, there's a lot of motherfuckers in here.
Which is great.
Yeah, we needed them.
And monthly is Saturday. You are not busy and you are in Syracuse. You should go. Don't.
Oh.
You better have a good reason. Like, I know, sadly, Rick has to go to a wedding.
Ooh,
That's
Fuck
no
love.
reason.
Wedding is
fuck
coming.
love, push button. Start.dg/IOF. It's at the gaming esports arena downtown. It's connected to the most. Yeah.
Gonna be a good time.
Yep. I didn't talk about them earlier, but there are 2 hot sets at the end of the month. We're still lining matches up. So I will post those once they're ready. And just if you want to play a night of Johnny and Strive, I'm doing it one time. You could win an award that says you're the top pimp. Put it on your wall. Or you could sign up for a hot set, and like some of the guys in this booth right now, you get a special award that no one else has because they haven't stepped up to the plate yet, or they couldn't handle the heat.
I can handle it. I got it. I won. Can I change this fucking lobby music?
Is yours
It's
stuck on the
dry-
Teenage
You don't want to
Mutant-
leave.
It's
Mine's been-
driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Mine's been stuck on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Like there has to be a way to change this, right? Music. I like.
Yeah, for my headsets, I better not lose more than 3 matches unless I honestly don't think I'll make it.
You're fine. You're fine. That's not the attitude. Come on.
My tolerance ends at mild wings. I
Oh.
start sweating when I even
Oh,
taste
good
a
thing.
mild
Good
wing.
thing I have a waiver.
Yeah,
Vinny,
the waiver will save him.
The waiver,
Vinny.
bro. I actually went out. I was cleaning the shop all week, and I went out back, and I found the waiver pile, and I was like, damn. I didn't realize I got this many people to do this.
You found it in the filing cabinets, right? It wasn't the pile just sitting on the back desk, right?
They were
In
on
the official waiver filing cabinets.
they were on top of my filing cabinet.
Yeah, in the to-do pile.
They're in the
file away
pile of.
under-
I look at him and I go, "That's right. I got them to do it. I'm good."
What are you doing with those?
I don't know.
We're just gonna like throw them out
for
eventually,
legal-
right?
I'm gonna
For
let it
legal
stack.
reasons.
I'm gonna let it stack up until we don't want to do them anymore, and I'm gonna be like, "This many motherfuckers stepped into the hot wing zone."
For legal reasons.
I'll,
we can't
I'll
disclose
tell you
we're
what.
gonna do
I'll
with
give
those
them all
papers.
back to you guys. Hey, remember this piece of paper you signed? I still have it. Here, you can have it now.
I mean, I still have my. I mean, obviously, I still have my check plaque.
Oh, dude, I love printing those. It's such a good feeling. I'm like, man.
You need
Yeah.
I
Listen.
did.
So I like.
I updated it. I might reprint them for everyone that's won. I put Zing on it. Zing is on it now.
Nice. I had missed like because I think I was in the second one.
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
had
you and I
missed-
did our first ones together.
No, my first one was B-Man. Oh no,
Yeah,
you and
that's what I'm
I
saying.
we
Yeah,
did
I
our
was-
yeah.
Yeah, we were the Hot Set 2.
Yeah, I didn't see that there was like an award that went out the first one. So like when it came out, I was like so surprised. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I love it. I love printing them. I just like Google, find the character, have the pulled up on the computer. I'm like, gotta get that character
Listen,
on there, that game
I-
logo.
I got my 2 plaques sitting up right at my desk right now. So good.
I'll do it right now. Rick already kind of knew because I've kind of said it a few times. If you can win 5, I will give you a trophy.
Woo!
Win 5.
If you can win 5 hot sets, I will give you a trophy.
So is the I've done 5 T-shirt still available?
I'll do a
I've
T-shirt.
done 5?
If the trophy,
Actually-
if you want one that says I've basically attended 5 times, I've tried 5 times, I'll gladly make that shirt.
Actually, I could probably get that made up.
Because if you were to beat
Oh, there
Brett
you
at the 5 one on the spot, we were gonna make a shirt that said I tried.
Listen, I can't wait
Plus,
for when you play Street Fighter 6
I
and
wanna
we get to have Ryu
Yeah.
cheeked up on
I
it.
want to Ryu
I-
big cheek.
Please,
Ryu.
I want cheeked up Ryu. And then afterwards, I'm just gonna start playing game.
Oh man.
I just
Oh.
really.
You know, it'd be a good one.
I wanna
Mike versus
play
Chris
gaming.
T.
It would be good.
Dr. Mike Webb
Mike vs. Chris T would be a good one. I'd like that.
Mr. Mike,
I've
what's your,
seen them face each other. That
what's
would
your,
be
what's your
an excellent-
tolerance for spices?
I like to think pretty high.
Okay. Would you play
Okay.
Chris D in a
And-
1st to 10?
In Street Fighter 6, of course.
You could do that.
In every match you
down.
lose, you gotta eat a progressively spicier piece of chicken.
Dino Nugget, to be specific.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dino.
they're not wings. Except mine. Mine, I brought wings. I brought
One
my own
day,
fucking.
listen,
Yeah,
one
you
day,
went above and beyond.
but
there.
one day the
From
Dino,
Nintendo refused to share.
the Dino Nugget Company will sponsor us. I swear.
I'd be down if he is.
I will get a hold of him and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Sweet.
I know I'm going after these next 2. I've told like people like I can't do Tuesday, and I'm like, we'll figure it out. I'm at the shop almost every day. I don't mind staying past close to run a 1st to 10. Trust me, I'll be more than happy to do it. Especially if I get to watch you eat some of the fucking shit I have out in the back of the shop.
There are some very, very tasty sauces.
Yeah,
And then on the flip side, there are some
I have to-
fucking gnarly
I
sauces.
have to
that
shout
are
out
awful.
Shop Rob, man. He's
Shop
done
Rob.
a good job with the sauce pickings, and then some of them not so much.
Ah, yes, the cum sauce.
The cum sauce. Yes,
dude.
that one was not.
He brought that bottle in the shop. I said, Rob, what the fuck are you holding? He's like, it's
It's watered down semen in a
He's
bottle.
like, it's flavorless hot sauce, and I'm like, I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. I can't. And then he pulls out like the blueberry one, and I'm like, blueberry sucks, man. We tried blueberry like 5 times, and it's always been bad.
Yep.
But that
What was
one
the
with the,
reason that one? It was. What's the spicy shit called? Capsium.
Capsium.
The ingredients were capsium, water, and vinegar.
yeah.
And those were the 3 ingredients.
Uh-huh.
I was like, fuck no.
And, although I will say he brought in one that had a Bible attached to it.
Oh yeah, a legit mini Bible. Like you could flip through everything.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna get my little like outfit, and I'm gonna have this little Bible in my hand. I'm gonna read it to you.
Damn, Vinny. You know I'm an ordained minister. I'm just saying. You know that, right?
On the day of this hot set took place.
I've done weddings before.
On the day of this day.
Yes,
Is that what they fucking said?
On the day of this day that this hot set has happened, may God have mercy on your soul.
They were selling FGC Bibles at EVO.
Yeah, they do
Did
it
they
every
really?
year.
The Will to Keep Winning by Daigo Umehara
Yeah.
is the FGC Bible.
Man.
Minister
all the good shit.
paparazzi. We'll figure it out. It's a legit Bible. Like you can read it. It's the Bible in miniature form. It's kind of crazy. Attached to a bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some good ones. But yeah, I think Mike Webb versus Chris D would be cool. In a hot set, if we can figure that out.
Like, what days work
Maybe-
best for you so I can get a head start on this one?
Yeah, put him on the spot.
I have to.
Don't you guys live in somewhat the same area?
We
right?
live in the same area. We'd probably
Yeah.
carpool together.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be a fucking awful ride home. Because
Would
not
it?
only would one of you have won and one of you would lost, but you both have to suffer through.
I would say probably a Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
A late night before work would be not as ideal.
It's not a good idea. Don't.
No, yeah, no.
And there's a 3 a.m. bathroom call that happens every time we do these.
Fucking
Oh
A.
no.
That's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll talk to Chris too. Friday works really good because I'm there all.
Aren't we doing one on a Friday?
Yep.
Right?
Chains
Isn't,
and Anarchy are already signed up for it. They're running the T7 set with the special rules. That is
We-
25th.
That's
Do we have a second bracket for that too? Or a second?
Not yet. We're working on it. Maybe we
Oh.
can make that it.
Yeah, it depends. Depends on what you guys got going on.
And the other one is the 22nd, which we're still working. Matches out for that as well. I know Kangas said he wanted a second run.
Cheeked up Ryu needs to get on
Yeah, he
a
needs to be
winner
on a
flag,
flyer.
and there's one man that can do it.
This man.
This man right here in the chat.
the only Ryu player in Syracuse.
It's funny.
Makes you
Didn't
the
Jay
best for you in Syracuse.
want to
Bro.
play too?
So Jay can't play that too, so I gotta find someone. I
really wanna play
know Courtney wants to do one, but I think he's that week. Something. Be
Oh,
around. I know Chun Chun wants to do one, but I'm not gonna do that too. You know how
I don't.
much-
Yeah, I remember when we went through the listings. I was like, I don't want to play Chun Chun. That was like my one condition.
I'm saving Chun Chun for Courtney.
That'd be a good one.
So we'll figure it. I'm gonna post about it again in a couple days. Be like, hey, we got some spots open. Who wants to run it? You know, getting the plaque, the newly designed plaque.
They are really cool.
All right, let me out of here.
All right, let's wrap it up, boys.
10:30. Good
I'm
night
fucking tired of listening to this.
and good luck.
Not you, but also
Have
you.
a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle music.
Fucking
Thanks for having me.
Night.